Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to the Hot Stocks Outlook for October 6, 2016. So the past few weeks definitely seen some increased volatility in the marketplace through September and this first week here in October. And so what I want to do is demonstrate how traders can utilize the VantagePoint Intermarket analysis software to really identify better trading opportunities. Really, the odds are on their side. Now, I have a chart up here for Century Aluminum. CENX is the symbol. And I'm actually going to come over here and search through the market tree and demonstrate a little bit about how this software works here. Now, VantagePoint performs what's called intermarket analysis. So it's analyzing how other markets are driving and impacting and influencing the market that you're trading, or the target market. Now, you can see that we've got about 30 intermarkets here, and you're going to see those extremely important markets that are obviously going to have a relationship here, like the metal and mining ETF, industrial materials spider here, things like crude oil, the dollar index, the gold market. But what the software is able to do is identify a lot more of those subtle market relationships. So things like other related stocks. You see Alcoa, another aluminum stock here. Service sector, technology stock, financial stocks. And so this is what's really going on behind the scenes. And there's actually two patents on utilizing neural networks this way. One on identifying all of these markets that are known to drive and influence the target market. But then also, you really need to be able to determine to what effect is each one of these markets having on that market that you're trading, because we know that some markets trade in tandem, some markets have inverse relationships, some markets lead and lag, and that's really what this technology is able to do, analyze those sorts of relationships, and then use that information and really use that incorporated into predictive indicators, which we're going to see against the chart here. Now, how traders are really utilizing this software is in a very simple and straightforward way. The software really does a lot of that heavy lifting via that technology. Now, if we look against the price data here, and these are all daily bars and candles, the green days being up days, red days being down days in the market, but we have a black line there and also a blue line against the price data there. Now, the black line that you see, guys, that is a simple moving average. So just a regular, a moving average essentially. It takes the last 10 close prices, is just a good example. Take the past 10 close prices, average them together, divide by 10, and you're going to get essentially a value that's used to calculate that line moving forward. So that simple moving average only really looks at past prices, the close prices from the previous day, but it also only looks at the one market that you're looking at, as if, in this example, Century Aluminum trades in a bubble and isn't affected by, metal prices and what the stock indexes are doing. So this is very important to understand is this is going to be a lagging indicator. It's always really just going to summarize what the market's already done. Now, the blue line that you see on the chart, that is VantagePoint's proprietary predicted moving average. So for that value to be calculated, it's analyzing those 25 intermarkets, how they're influencing and affecting essentially the future price of Century Aluminum here. And it's utilizing that data and building it into these predictive indicators. So this predicted moving average is really a comparison between where the market is expected to go and essentially a summary of where the market has already been. So traders simply need to look for these crossovers where that blue line crosses above or below the black line, signifying that there's been a change in the trend, the change in that prediction of whether values are expected to move higher or move lower. Now, what we want to do is pay close attention to the distance in that line. So the greater the distance, the stronger the trend, the greater the distance the prediction is from that actual moving average there. So that's how traders are using the predicted moving averages, but it's really this combination of indicators here that we see at the very bottom of the screen here. So let me go ahead and explain this green line that we have at the very bottom of the screen here. Now, this indicator is the predicted neural index, and it's an extremely accurate and effective, very easy indicator to use. It can only be a value of a 1 or a 0. And what it's really doing is forecasting whether there's going to be strength or weakness in the market over the short term, really over the next 2 trading days or 48 hours. So two candles essentially as far as the price action on the top of the chart here. Now, whenever we have a crossover where that blue line crosses above or below the black line, there's been a predicted trend change. And we also have that confirmation that, look, over the next 48 hours, expect that short-term strength or weakness in the market. That's really that double confirmation that traders are looking for, that say, hey, yeah, here's an opportunity. You can look and go look to trade this market moving forward here. And we see that we got a really nice rally so far. I mean, since this crossover came through, blue line over black line, market up about 20% in just 30 trading days. So as long as that blue line remains above the black line, the market is still predicted to move higher. And what's really nice about this is this works on so many different asset classes, stocks, futures, forex market. But a stock like this that's trading at $6 per share, now trading at $7.20. So easily, a few thousand shares, you're making $3,000 to $5,000 on 300 to 500 shares of Century Aluminum here, a $6 stock. So let's use this approach, what we've learned here, look at a few more of these trading opportunities that have come through recently through the VantagePoint software here. Now, Acadia Pharmaceuticals, so a lot of these healthcare stocks getting very, very weak. We see this crossover to the downside, neural index down at a 0, right? So forecasting short-term weakness over the next 2 trading days moving forward. And obviously that direction, that blue line still below the black line, telling traders, look to set short positions. Definitely go ahead and sell any long positions you have, but possibly go ahead, trade options, buy some puts on this stock. We see the market down over 9 trading days, about 17.5%. And you just see how effective over the course of this 9 or 10 trading days, the neural index really down really for the duration of this, signaling, look, expect that short-term weakness moving forward through this trade, and obviously directionally forecasting any moves, obviously forecasted to the downside there. So look to be short in the market. But again, $6 per share, 1,000 shares making you about $6,000 on a move to the downside. Options probably a very similar improvement in the premium on those contracts there. Canadian Solar here. Some moves to the upside, some to the downside. So we are seeing a lot of volatility, but that doesn't mean that there's aren't great opportunities to really hedge your portfolio and make money on both your longs and your shorts in the market here. So we see here crossover to the upside, neural index strongly here up at a 1, saying, look, Canadian Solar, a lot of these solar stocks looking very similar at this time, saying, look, go ahead, look to get long the market. And as long as that blue line remains above that black line, these markets are expected to move higher, about a 20% move in just 11 trading days, $2.50 a share on about a $12 stock. So again, opportunity to, 1,000 shares making you $2,500 in just the past 11 trading days, just a couple of weeks time there. Last opportunity to take a look at Hess Energy. And this is very, very important to really see just how effective these indicators are. You see, we actually got this crossover to the upside here, but our neural index was still saying, look, over the next 48 hours, expect some weakness in the market. And you see 48 hours, you're actually trading at some lower lows, pushing a little bit lower at this $47 price level. But you see what happens with these predicted moving averages. Blue line still above the black line. Once everything gets straightened out and essentially says, look, there's your forecast for the next 48 hours. The trend is expected to move higher. And you see you get that huge explosion in the market, market moving a much, much higher very, very quickly. But you see how trading really utilizing the output from the software really improves your timing and also direction in the marketplace. So you see here, 7 trading days, market's up about 14%, about $6 per share. So again, if you trade options, if you just buy or sell the shares, really great opportunity to make a lot of money. Just 500 shares there, making almost $3,000 on a single opportunity in about 7 trading days. So this has been all for the Hot Stocks Outlook for October 6, 2016. Again, thank you all for watching. Bye for now. Best of luck and have a great trading week.